interest of transparency and in the interest of accountability to the Kenyans, to all Kenyans who are the biggest stakeholders in football, it was prudent that we make an official statement on the situation of the status of the national coach and thereafter what the way forward would be. So I'll just read a short statement, and from there we will be able to take your questions, and I would request that you keep it within the agenda or the subject. Through the Office of the General Secretary, Football Kenya Federation, FKF, is in receipt of the communication from national team coach, Engin Firat. The first over notice of termination is contract entered in November 2021. The matter has since been forwarded to the new FKF executive for review and deliberation. As you're all aware, Kenya, together with our two neighbors, Uganda and Tanzania, will be hosting the African Nations Championship CHAN in February 2025. And as a federation, we need to move with speed to put a team in place and start early preparations. Notwithstanding, with the notice, FKF wishes to move with speed to address the matter at hand, and with due course, we will provide direction on the same after internal consultations. Firat initially entered a 2-month contract with FKF in September of 2021. Firat initially entered a 2-month contract with FKF in September of 2021 that later earned 4 years and 2 months extension until January of 2026. Part of this, of his deliverables included qualifying for Kenya for the 34th edition of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, as well as the 35th edition of AFCON 2025, which could have earned him a further 2 years contract extension. I'd like to point out that the national coach terminated his contract through a notice that was issued this week, at the beginning of this week, and it was important for us to convene the media to inform all Kenyans that as we speak today, he opted to terminate his contract with the Federation, and that we will be looking at alternatives, or we'll be looking at a way forward once we have internal consultations with the technical team, with the NEC members, and with the Secretariat here at the Federation. I can see a lot of queries on social media, but we are here today to clear the air on the same.
From TV. Will the new technical director be appointed first, or will the coach be appointed first?
We are only 3 days into this federation, so I'd like you to give us some time to sort out the technical bench using the proper channels, and then after that we will deal with the issue of the national coach, and we will inform you in good time when that happens. So we will do everything in our power as the National Executive Committee to have systems in place as quickly as possible. But it was today's agenda was really to inform Kenyans of what has happened, and to give you the confidence that we have an able team that will manage the situation. I was not privy to it before, and we will definitely do an internal audit first on the claims of arrears, and once the report comes out, we will deal with the matter. But yes, the grounds of termination is pending arrears. The teams will start preparing for CHAN as soon as we have had the discussion with the technical team and organized ourselves in-house. I'm targeting a very short period in terms of this decision-making process. Ideally, for accountability purposes, let me not give you a certain number of days, but it will be very quick. We need to consult a little bit more within the team. Again, like I mentioned, I only got this news last night. We have to, the most important thing first was to address Kenyans and explain that it is true that the coach of the national team decided to terminate, to exit the contract, and that we have to find a solution now moving forward. And that's why this gathering was important, or rather this press conference was important, to avoid any speculation. I know we are coming from a very difficult background and history, and uncertainty can create a lot of anxiety. And that is what I want to avoid. You know very well the preparations of the stadiums is going on. We want to put up a good show at Chan, at AFCON, and that involves preparing the team adequately. So I promised you guys during the entire campaign that I'll be as transparent as possible. We will be accountable to you, and this is what we are doing. Time is not on our side. There are quite a number of activities or programs that we must make very quick decisions on. There's also the preparation for Chan. In fact, the team needs to start preparing to go to camp. So there's a lot to be done within a very short period of time, within limited resources, and then we will be asking for patience. We'll be asking for support from partners, from government, from everybody. We cannot do this job on our own, and it is imperative that everybody joins hands to start building our football again, especially the national team. Some choices at the beginning might be very painful and difficult, but we would have to do everything required to sort of kickstart the reform process. So kwa hayo mengi na machache nasema asanteni sana, and God bless you. Thank you.